Hello all, it is Henry NWR1911 here with a video that is a bit random, but today we are going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Thomas VHS tapes, inspired by Yami Tay. Go check out her video about this, by the way. So let's cut the shit, let's just get right into it. At number 10, we have Thomas Gets Tricked. It's a quintessential release. You know, you meet the core five, Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, and James. All the episodes are great. Ringo's narration is iconic and classic. And it just has this really classic feel that, like, you just have to have, you know? You just have to have Thomas Gets Tricked, and 10 cents back in the day, that's really nice. Next up is another classic on the list, Thomas Comes to Breakfast. It's just a classic release, you know? You meet more or classic characters if you didn't own the other Ringo tapes like Better Late Than Never, or Breaks the Rules, or Turntables like Duck and Easel. It's just simple, wholesome fun. That's all I have to say about it. It's on the list because it's fun. Next up, we have another great release, Races, Rescues, and Runaways. And by the way, Thomas Gets Tricked is number 10, Comes to Breakfast is number 9. At number 8, we have Races, Rescues, and Runaways, the favorite release of my buddy Oliver 11 GWR, and understandable. All of the episodes have this lovely action-y feeling. Baldwin's narration shows the spirit and heart of Thomas, of how it never talked down to the kids. And again, all of these episodes have lovely crashes. Accidents Will Happen is one of the best songs of all time. And yeah, this says it perfectly. It really is entertainment to grow up with. Coming in at number 7 is the tape I paid $70 for, kind of poetic in a sense, hence A Big Day for Thomas, featuring the absolute best of Season 1. You meet a good few more of the core members, so in a way, if you didn't have Tenders and Turntables, that wasn't supposed to happen. So if you didn't own Tenders and Turntables, this is another great way to meet the rest of the Season 1 cast. Percy runs away, and Toby the Tram Engine's presence alludes to this. The Flying Kipper is my all-time favorite episode. And Carlin's narration, look, I love Ringo, but these stories, the Carlin dubs, are the way to go in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. It's just, even if you're not the biggest fan of Season 1, this is the ideal offering of Season 1 for you. Like, it's not just Flying Kipper. You get a nice runaway, a sequence in Trouble for Thomas, the not perfect but good, wholesome fun of A Big Day for Thomas, great runaway, and Percy runs away. What more can you want? Next up are tapes that I actually do have some more to say about. The Best of Percy, poetically at number 6, because Percy is number 6. Now, of all the Best of tapes, this one just got it right. While Best of Thomas, James, and Gordon have at least 1, 2, maybe 3 stories on there that I'm just like, this is the best. Percy, there's not a one that I question. All of these are iconic Percy stories that I'm sure everyone loves, and the Ringo version of Percy Takes a Plunge being on here is another reason to pick this up, even if you're a casual collector, because Ringo's narration of Percy Takes a Plunge, it resonates with me. It's nostalgic. It's the version of Percy Takes a Plunge that I always go back to, and the fact that they connected with fans on the Thomas website really speaks volumes about how lovely this is. I love Best of Percy. Percy would have been my favorite character from an early age if I was in my second life where I'm born in 97 before Henry became my favorite in 2003, but that's not the fucking point. Coming in at number 5 is James Goes Buzz Buzz. Despite the weird continuity error with Bulgy having Oliver and he doesn't pop up till a later tape, that being Ghostly Trick, Ring-a-Ding, this tape is just simple, fun, fantastic. James Goes Buzz Buzz is iconic and funny. Heroes has a genuinely awesome sequence. Wrong Road is the best of season 2, and Bulgy is just fun. Take a shot every time I've said fun. And on top of that, this is just nostalgia at its finest. I think this was in the Wooden Railway set. But yeah, it would feel wrong if I didn't have at least one season 3 tape, and this is probably my favorite predominantly season 3 tape. This is unscripted in case you couldn't tell. And my favorite season 4 tape is up next, Thomas Meets the Queen. It's tragic this didn't get a DVD release, but hey, we have the internet, and we'll always find a way. So, I'm gonna be honest, this poster is perfection. And the stories, even though a majority of them didn't get on DVD, they're still amazing. Mind That Bike exists. Train Stops Play. No cricket player in their right minds would chase after a train like that. They'd probably have another ball. But still amazing. Aging Caroline is funny. Thomas Meets the Queen is iconic. Bullseyes is hilarious. Special Funnel is visually on the next level. And Four Little Engines is a poetic ending before the Lovely Island song. Just fun, fun, fun. And here we have another quintessential release, 10 Years of Thomas. This shows how lovely Thomas was back then, as the interviews with the fans just show how Thomas wasn't seen as a baby show back then. It was actually seen as something smart and intelligent. And it's just a lovely idea for a release, you know? For 10 Years of Thomas, you pick out 10 amazing stories that fans picked, and although maybe one or two more season 4 stories would have been nice, it's just an amazing assortment of episodes. Even if you don't like the interviews, it's just a lovely mix of episodes. You get all of the fan favorites, well, almost all of them except for Flying Kipper. And again, it's just a nostalgic touch that every Thomas fan needs to own this. And coming in at number 2 is the GOAT itself, Percy's Ghostly Trick. The minute that the Thomas Anthem music video finishes up, get ready for a ghost train with a genuine fright. And then you go into the iconic Woolly Bear, which I think should have been on Best of Percy. Maybe it wasn't on here because it's not as exciting. Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure is a shitty rewrite, but still good. Escape is one of the best stories ever, and All at Sea has a deep and wholesome message. The best of seasons 2 and 3, and the original Master with Missing Christmas Tree really does feel like it takes place over the span of a couple months. Don't know if that was intentional, but it's neat. If you want the best of seasons 2 and 3 with some good spooky episodes, some good funny ones, if you want the perfect mix of Thomas that isn't Cranky Bugs, which is an honorable mention, this is your tape. And last but not least, we have Spills and Chills and Other Thomas Thrills. All of the stories here are petrifying, all except for Sir Tom Hatt's Holiday, and maybe Toby's Discovery a bit. But most of these stories are are fun, frightening tales that just show Thomas isn't afraid to get dark, and that Thomas wasn't afraid to get dark, and that there was quality to almost every single story in the classic series. And honestly, if you were scared by this, good. A bit of a fright from a TV show, a kid's show, might build some character. And honestly, the Night Train song should have been included on here, and Alec Baldwin's narration for this is just peak. Scary episodes all around that everyone loves. Magic Railroad trailer. What more can you want? But anyways, thank you all for watching this video about my 10 favorite Thomas tapes. What are your favorite Thomas tapes? Leave a comment below telling me. I'm going to sleep now. Subscribe.